Peak to Peak operates with a complex and sophisticated $20 million budget. The Budget Performance KPI distills this critical operational excellence measure down to the simplest terms: budgeted revenue as it compares to the actual revenue, and budgeted expenses as they compare to the actual expenses. Peak to Peak's board and leadership team build the budget with conservative estimates. While a KPI shows the historic budget performance, it's important to note that Peak to Peak uses a 5-year projected budget, which is the industry standard. For revenue, the budget is based on the lowest possible funding inputs. At the end of the year, the total actual revenue should exceed the budgeted revenue. Annual expenses are projected based on the highest possible cost, with contingencies built in to account for any unforeseen expenses. At the end of the year, the total actual expenses should be lower than the budgeted expenses. On the KPI graphic, a threshold line is shown at 100%. A comparison of the budgeted to actual revenue is always expected to exceed the 100% line. Staying above the threshold means that the school had more revenue than was budgeted for in any given school year. A comparison of the budgeted to actual expenses is always expected to fall short of the 100% threshold line. This means that the school spent less money than was budgeted for in any given school year. While the KPI and threshold are based on the overall budget performance, the budget is actually divided into 4 separately balanced fund accounts: the General Fund, the Food Services Program, the Friends Office, Peak to Peak's fundraising arm, and an account for operations and technology, which is funded by a mill levy override specifically dedicated for this purpose. The Financial Reserves KPI evaluates the school's cash reserves as compared to the daily operating costs. This number is referred to as days cash on hand. The threshold is set to at least 95 days cash on hand, which is the industry standard historically required by bond financiers and established as a best practice for charter school finance. You can further explore these KPIs and the related data in the Peak to Peak Strategic Plan.